Hi, good morning. I'm Sharon from Sharon Shed Signs and Designs. I'm on just a second early. I wanted to make sure I've got everything lined up. Let me see if I can get me brought up so that I know whether we're lined up or not. Aha. Yeah, you can see me and you can see my project, plus a lot of my mess. So we're doing good. Okay, now on my, yep, there I am. Awesome. Okay, if you would say hi as you come on, I would appreciate it. I am using this 16 by 8 cutting board from Junk and Craft Treasures, measured to the tallest point and then across. My edges are already black because I did this on Sunday, and it's a winter Christmassy thing, and now I'm going to do a fall on this side and make it reversible. I've got that ready. I'm going to use this awesome piece of rice paper called Raven Pumpkin Rice Paper. I'm going to use the pumpkin mold and a stencil, and I'm going to use the Apothecary label stamp, and I think we're ready to go. I think I've got everything here that I need. Yeah, I just got my colors I wanted for the pumpkin. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to start out by painting this main part of the board in Folk Art Vintage White. Hey Brenda, how are you? Thanks Lisa, I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Hello Stephanie from Texas. I hope you're not close to all that trouble. Let's see. I love this print too, Brenda. Isn't it pretty? I like ravens and pumpkins. So pretty awesome. I was wanting to see if there were any comments on the Decoupage Central page, and I don't see that there are. If I miss them though, I will answer them later. Hey Karen, how are you? So like I said, I'm going to paint the part where I want my rice paper to go with this Folk Art Vintage White. So I'm not going to do that first. I was, but just happen to think I want to do. I'm just going to use this one small pumpkin, but I want to get that going first. So I'm going to use Amazing Casting Resin. It is my favorite, and I won't need very much of it. And this takes equal parts A and B. Yeah, that looks good. For A. And this stuff sets up fast. It says in 10 minutes, but I find it's faster than that. So I think you're supposed to stir it a minute, but I find if I do that, it's already setting up before I can get it used. So I'm just not even going to time it. Need a wee bit more part B. I'm just going to mix it until it looks right to me. Right now you can see some kind of white in there, and once you get it all mixed up, it'll be clear. Plus the plastic starts getting warm, and you kind of know that it's ready to pour. So do that. Hello, Kay. Well, thank you. Hey, Kim, how are you? You haven't seen me in a while, Deborah? Oh, I've been here. I've been here. Doing Thursday mornings on Decoupage Central, and then Sunday afternoon at 2 is what I've been doing. But I'm here. Hey, Deb, how are you? I think that is good. It's feeling warm and it's clear. So I'm going to go ahead and get that poured, and I know I've got a little more than what I want, but I'll just pour it into one of the other sections of the mold and have that for another project. Oh, I forgot my microphone. Oh. As long as you can hear me, I'll get by without it. Let's see. I'll do some leaves. Some of these are pretty small areas to work with. And I kind of use a craft stick to get it in some of the little bitty areas. And yeah, I'm running over, but I can get it, the excess off. I knew I was pouring too much, but okay. One more leaf. We'll have lots of leaves for fall projects. And see, it's already getting set up in my cups. You gotta work fast. And in my molds. So I may not have much of a stem on that because it's not gonna run. But yeah, you don't have much time to work with it, or I don't. That may just be me. Now I'm going to go back to painting this white. Good morning, Kathy. You can hear me fine? Good. Well, if at any time you can't, let me know and I'll get my microphone. But if you can hear me, I won't mess with it because it takes a few minutes to get it all set up. Warm, sunny day in Montana. Same here. They've been getting rain all around us, and we actually are at the point we really need it, but it's been missing us to the north and to the south, so I think there's a chance this evening. But I didn't hear any weather this morning because our cable TV is out. And they don't even know if they'll get it fixed today. So, John will just have to find things on Netflix or Prime to entertain himself. For those of you who saw me Sunday and knew that my sister had an accident, she's doing good. We went down there yesterday and she looked a lot better. A lot of the swelling had gone down out of her face. She had surgery on her foot on Tuesday night, and they added some kind of bag or something that helps with the pain of the broken ribs. Anyway, she can't put weight on her foot for at least 4 weeks, so she's moving to rehab today, but she's happy to be doing that and she'll be closer to home. Her husband had his hip replaced yesterday. He didn't get to come home last night, even though they considered a same-day surgery, because it was late in the day and evidently they can't set up the therapy, the home help stuff, until after the surgery is over. I never heard of such a thing, but anyway. So he didn't get to come home last night because it was too late to do that, but he's supposed to be home this morning. So things are looking up. This board is from Melissa at Junk and Craft Treasures. It comes in a set of 2. So junkandcrafttreasures.com. And it This is the largest one. This is the second set of them that I've bought. I really like them. And I haven't used the smaller one yet this time around. Almost dry enough. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, she backed it. They had been camping, which I thought was nuts that they went anyway, honestly, but their son told the camper for them, and they were having a big family camping thing over the weekend, so they did that, and they got home Sunday afternoon. And he was in a lot of pain from his hip. It's been pressing something on his sciatic nerve, so he has a lot of pain with it. So he went in the house, and she was unhooking the golf cart from the camper and backing it up, which she did. But she backed it into the electric pole. Well, what she said was the water hose got caught on the arm of the back seat on the golf cart, or on a seat, and it somehow got caught around that pole. The pole was rotten. She saw it was falling over, and she thought she was going to get trapped inside the golf cart, so she went to hop out. And it landed on her, so she's very blessed that she's going to be okay, and she is. It's going to be a little bit of a painful recovery, but she's going to be fine. I was looking for my Kleenex. Oh, there they are on the floor. Sorry, my nose is running, you guys. So, yeah, she was laying in a puddle of water. She called her son, who had not gotten very far, and he turned around and come flying back, but she was laying, and he's an electrician. She was laying in a puddle of water next to the live wire, which had fell down, so it could have been way worse than what it was. So she's going to be okay. She broke all the bones in her foot except one. Her toes are all broken, and she broke 2 ribs, but painful, but she'll be okay. So, what I want to do up here is find my burn umber. So she was bruised and scraped all over, and she didn't even look recognizable for the first couple of days, but yesterday she looked a lot better, and we had a good visit. She was able to sit up in bed and talk without being in a lot of pain. So, and she's excited to get moved closer. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Hey, Linda. So, anyway, it could have been worse, and certainly she said she felt all the prayers, and so I appreciate you guys praying. I made a stain, and I'm busy talking, but I made a stain out of burn umber by adding some water, and I got it really thin, but it doesn't matter. Oh, but what does matter is I need to put some tape down. I'll have my white area brown. I can't do 2 things at once, like talk and craft, you guys. Or so it seems. I'm using sensitive surface frog tape for anybody that hasn't seen it. You can kind of see through it, which helps lining things up. Plus it won't take your fresh paint back off. It wouldn't be the end of the world if I got some brown on the white. I'm going to put the rice paper on top of it anyway, but it might show through, so I'd rather not. I don't know why I didn't put that on with the stain pad, but I did not. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. I'm just going to leave that tape on there for a second after I get this dry for the next part. That's right, I can't talk and I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Yep, that's me. That is me. It's almost dry now. All right. I'm going to get rid of that puddle of paint before I have it everywhere. These are set up, so I'm going to take this out. They're still pliable, but they're set up. So this is the pumpkin I'm going to use. So I'm going to lay that, I think, on my plate. I'm afraid it'll stick to my paper towel at this point. And then I'll take out my leaves. And I'm just going to pull off that overflow. There's a little bit of overflow in between that. I'm just going to take the scissors and cut that, even though I'm not using these today, but I want to do that. Cut that off. Well, that's okay. I might want to leaf without a stem. Okay, so there's that. And this one's kind of garbage. Yeah, I'll fix it later. I can sand that off and still use it. And then that leaf. So, I'll lay those aside. I'm getting quite a collection of things, molds that I can use on another project. Okay. I want to put a check pattern on this. And I want it to look old, so I'm going to sand it after I get some of it on there. I'm going to kind of tape this to help it stay straight. I think I can hold it, but I'll lay my pumpkin over there for now. And I want to use some Ceramicoat Black. Good morning, Barb. How are you? And I'm not seeing comments on the... There, now I do. Hey, Renee. How are you? They are the cutest boards. All right. This is an essential stencil, if anybody wants to know, and it's in this checker, what's it called? Checker pattern, and it has the bonus of this small one, so that's what I'm using. And I'm working my paint up into my bristles. I'm getting a shop towel so I can offload on it. Because I want this to be faint, but I'm going to sand some of it back anyway. So, just want it to look oldish. eyes when you're stenciling. Okay. Okay, line this up with the last row that I painted. Okay. So far we're all lined up. Let's see. No. Yeah, that's still lined up. The other side I used the buffalo plaid. Stencil, but I wanted to use the checkerboard this time. So try to get that on there straight somewhat. Okay, I've really only got, oops, a little bit to get. All right, that looks good. That's what we've got so far. I'm gonna dry it just a wee bit. I think it is dry. And I'm going to sand it a bit. Just want to make it look older. I don't want to sand it all off. But okay, I'll wipe that off. And take that off. I've got a little brown stain that ran over on the side. I'll see if I can get that off with my wet wipe. If not, I've got black paint out. I'll just touch it up. That got it off fine though. All right, I've got a little run there because my stain was really watery, but that's not gonna matter. Gonna lay this aside just a sec. And I'm gonna paint my pumpkin. I want to try to actually paint it. I'll see how that works out. It's got some little details, but we'll see. I'm going to use Echo Art Warm Sunset for the pumpkin. For the most part, it'll be easy to paint. And I don't want it being this bright, so I'm going to put some Kills Dark wax on it when it's dry anyway. Getting around the leaves in this little curly Q is going to be the hardest part. I think I'm going to get a detail brush to do around this little curly Q. Go back to my other brush now. See how that works. I wanted my leaves and my stem on my pumpkin to kind of match the leaves and the stem on the paper, so the closest paint that I had to that is, I think, this Folk Art glaze, let's see, wait a minute, iced coffee. Thought it said glazed iced coffee, but it didn't. It just says iced coffee latte, iced coffee latte. I'm gonna get another detail brush to get my little curly Q. Then I can use a bigger brush. You need to get a spot of orange though right there. Alright, bigger brush. Well, not big, but bigger than the detail brush. About to get it painted. Okay, so there's our pumpkin until it gets dry anyway, and then I'll put some Kills Dark wax on it. The other thing I want to do before I put on my rice paper is I've got some clay here. It's stored in the refrigerator, but I put it out yesterday so it can get warmed up and softened. Just get this lacquer on it. Just flattening it out. Now the question is, I better set that aside because I think I want to do this in a plate so it doesn't stick. See if this is a big enough piece. It may not be. I've got my stamp laying here somewhere. And this is from the Apothecary Labels, so I'm using this. And you probably can't see through there maybe very well, but I've got pumpkin on there. But first I'm going to do this. And I need a little more clay. I thought I did, but roll it up and then flatten it out. This is Form Flex is what it is. I don't hardly ever use it, but it's nice and pliable. So let's see. The IOD clay would work just as well. I just didn't have any. And I decided last minute I wanted to do this, so no time to get any. How this is going to turn out. See if that's going to be big enough. Almost. I just need to press a little bit more. Good thing I didn't do this on my puppy pad, it would have stuck to it. I've done this before, but on a smaller scale, so we'll see how this works. I think this side might work. Yeah, I still need it a little bit more. All right, now stand up, press that down in there. Tear that off. Or better yet, cut it. That might be easier to keep from ripping it. That's the right shape. Let's see a pumpkin. I've got pumpkin on the other side here. These things are from Amazon and they work great with using for the stamps. You can see through them to get them lined up. Get it all off of there. Okay. You probably can't see it that well right now, but when I get it on there and use the Kills Dark Wax on it, you'll be able to read it. Get it off of the plate. Okay. I'll lay it back on the plate, but not press it into it. Lay that aside. Going to put this aside, put my excess wax back in here. I know it is hard to think that fall is right around the corner. It is my favorite time of year though. For sure. So, I'm going to use my Mod Podge and the brush. Make sure I get it where it's on the edges good. It should be that. And I tore my paper so that I know that I want this top edge to go right along the edge of my checkers. And I know I'm going to have some excess length a little bit at the bottom. Got a little of the white showing at the sides, which I knew I would, but I'll put some Kills Dark wax on that. Alright, I'm going to dry this. Actually liking this just like it is, but get my excess off of here. Really do. I like that just like that. Anyway, we'll see how I think the other is going to work. If I don't think it's going to look good, I won't do it. I'm going to put a little more Mod Podge on top. As a top coat. Just a fairly light coat, so that it can be dusted off or wiped off easily. All right, that's all the Mod Podge I'm going to need. Let's dry that. I got the rice paper from Decopodge Central. I will post my affiliate link to them in the description of the live when I get finished. Which I would appreciate if you use, but if you're not following me or Decopodge Central, we would love to have you do that. And if you would sprinkle this out, that would be great. Alright, I'm going to find my Kills Dark wax here. A stencil brush or any brush to apply this, or you can do it with your fingertips. I just prefer a brush. And I think this is going to make it a color that's going to look better on with my print. I'm just not sure if I have a good place to put it, so I may not even end up using it. But I do like that. Sure do. What I was thinking was, I would put it right there. What do you guys think? Use it or not? I like the 3D effect. Tell me what you think. Thank you, you guys, for saying that's beautiful. What do you think? Use it? Don't use it? Better off without it? With it? I don't know. I need another opinion. Yes, I will, Deborah. I'll put it in the description of the live when I get done. I sure will. You like it? I kind of do too. I think I'm going to use my stick fast glue to put it on. I need to smooth my Kills Dark Wax out a wee bit. I like stick fast for molds, resin, or clay to put it on, but I will say, no matter what I do, I seem to get it all over me. And if I got paint on my fingers, it makes it difficult to get the paint off. All right, the other thing was, and I'm still not sure if I'm going to use it either, is my pumpkin. And I haven't done that for so long, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing anymore, but I'm going to hit it with some heat. I kind of messed up my pea. Doesn't matter, because it's supposed to look old. I'm going to hit it with some heat and see if that dries it out enough for me to work with it. I don't think I'm going to use this. What I was going to do is put it up here, which I kind of like that idea, but I don't know. I should have made it yesterday and let it harden overnight, if you know what I mean, but I did not. But I was going to do that and put some Kills Dark Wax, but I don't think that I will. I'm thinking about whether the Distressed Crackle Paste, no, I don't think. I think we're going to leave it just like it is, except that I'm going to add some Kills Dark Wax. Or no, I'm on a Ranger Distressed Oxide kick. I love my vintage photo. I'm going to add that. Around the edges. I got this on Amazon. Hobby Lobby used to carry it. My local Hobby Lobby, since they made their change to home decor, does not have it. I'm sure Michael's has it. Any kind of craft store mostly. So this is what we got, you guys. I think it's pretty for fall. I hope you like it. Hey, Melissa. Well, of course it is. It's your cutting board, girlfriend. So some of them were wanting your link. You guys, Junk and Craft Treasures, she's on there now. That's where you get it, junkandcrafttreasures.com. Like I said, this is my second set of the two, and it's awesome. So this is going to be reversible. Winter on one side, fall on the other. I hope you guys like it. I am so happy you joined me this morning. I really appreciate it. Melissa, thanks for popping in, girl. And I will add the supplies that I used and where I got them in the description of the live, including Melissa's link. Thank you for the hearts, Karen. I appreciate that. Or for the stars. And thank you all for the hearts. That helps me a great deal. Thank you, you guys. I love you, and I will be live again Sunday afternoon doing I don't know what yet, but I will be live. So you guys have a great rest of your week. I love you and appreciate you, and I will see y'all Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.